Morning came slowly. The mansion felt different. Quieter. Heavier. The servant spoke in whispers, and even the air itself seemed to carry the echo of what had happened. Grace had not left her room since the day before. Ethan hadn't eaten. He couldn't. For the first time in his life, he had no mask, no money, no title that could fix what was broken. Only truth remained. Scene 1. The walk to her door. He stood at the end of the corridor outside Grace's room, staring at the door like it was the gate to judgment itself. His hand hovered over the knob, trembling. Behind that door was the woman who had made him believe in light again, and the woman he had hurt most. Finally, he knocked. Once. Then again. Grace. From inside. Quietly. "What do you want, Mr. Ward?" Her voice wasn't angry anymore. It was tired, distant, like someone whose heart had cried too long to cry anymore. "Ethan, please, just let me speak. One last time." There was silence, then the soft click of the door unlocking. She stepped aside, not meeting his eyes. Ethan entered, removing his cane and setting it by the door. "No more pretending." Ethan softly. "I won't insult you with another lie. Everything you saw, everything you suspect, it's true. I'm not blind." Grace's lips trembled, but she said nothing. "Ethan, I started this out of pride. I wanted to know if someone could love me without knowing who I really was, without the name, the money, the expectations. But when I met you, it stopped being a test. You were different." Grace, barely above a whisper, "And still, you lied." Ethan, "Yes. And I hate myself for it." He stepped closer, his voice trembling. "Ethan, I thought I was testing love, but I was testing God. I was blind in all the ways that matter. You showed me kindness I didn't deserve. You prayed for me when I was pretending to be lost. And somewhere in that lie, I found the truth." Scene 2. Grace's tears. She turned away, tears slipping silently down her face. "Grace, you don't understand what you did. All my life, people have looked at me and seen nothing, a beggar, a stray, someone beneath them. You were different. You looked at me like I mattered." Ethan softly, "You do matter." Grace, turning to face him, but it wasn't real, Ethan. It was pity dressed as purpose. Her voice cracked, and for a moment, the weight of every pain she'd ever known pressed between them. "Ethan, no. It was love. I swear to you, Grace. It became love, long before I even knew what love was." He fell to his knees before her, tears spilling freely. "Ethan, I don't expect forgiveness. I just couldn't let you think I didn't care. You showed me what faith looks like. You made me see again, not with eyes, but with heart." Grace stepped back, shaken by the sight of the man who once seemed untouchable now trembling at her feet. "Grace, I don't know if I can forgive you. Ethan, I'll wait as long as it takes." Scene 3. Margaret's silence. Margaret stood in the hall, unseen, listening. Her heart broke for them both. Her son's remorse, Grace's pain. When Ethan emerged later, she touched his arm gently. "Margaret, you told her, Ethan, everything." Margaret, and? Ethan quietly, "She didn't forgive me. Not yet. But she listened. That's enough for now." Margaret nodded softly. "Margaret, then let her heart heal in peace. And let yours learn from it." Scene 4. Grace's prayer. That night, Grace knelt by her bed again, the same place where she had prayed for him so many times before. This time, her prayer was different. "Grace, Lord, I don't know what to feel. My heart is torn between hurt and hope. But I know you brought me here for a reason. If his heart is sincere, if he truly seeks you, then teach me how to forgive." Tears fell, but they weren't bitter now. They were soft, cleansing. And somewhere across the hall, Ethan knelt too. No lies, no disguises, just a broken man seeking mercy. "Ethan, God, I don't deserve her. But if you can use this pain to make me better, then take it all. I just want to walk in truth." Scene 5. The letter. 2 days passed before Grace appeared at his study. She held a small folded note. "Grace, I wrote this because I couldn't say it aloud." He took it with shaking hands, unfolding it carefully. Her handwriting was small but graceful, every word trembling with honesty. "Ethan, you hurt me deeply, but I can't deny what I saw in your eyes when you spoke the truth. The same sincerity I saw when you gave me a home. Maybe God isn't finished with either of us yet. I need time to heal, but I don't hate you. In fact, I pray that one day I can forgive you fully, and maybe see the man God is making you into. Grace." Ethan read the note 3 times before tears blurred the ink. For the first time, forgiveness didn't feel like something to be earned, but something to wait for, humbly, with faith. Scene 6. The window. Later that night, Grace stood at her window again, watching the moon rise. The world looked washed clean after days of rain, and in the garden below, she saw Ethan kneeling in prayer among the roses. He didn't know she was watching. He wasn't pretending. He was simply a man asking for grace, and she, quietly, began to give it. Closing scene. The first step toward redemption. The next morning, when Grace entered the hall to begin her duties, Ethan was already there. He didn't speak, didn't reach for her. He simply placed his hand over his heart, a silent vow of truth. She paused, met his eyes, and nodded once. No words were needed. Forgiveness had begun.